the shot that was heard around the world. Anita Quidangen got the very first shot. She is a personal support worker at a long-term care home in Toronto and one of 5 people to get the vaccine in the first round. She spoke about her experience.
I'm excited.
Yeah, why?
Because I'm the first one to get the vaccine.
It's been a tough go, right?
Yeah.
The last couple months.
At least they have the vaccine already. Thank you.
The CBC's Megan Fitzpatrick is in Toronto tracking developments for us. So it is underway, Megan. So we thought, oh, maybe she's the first person in the country. But then we heard that Quebec health minister say, I don't know, there might be a woman at a long-term care home in Quebec City. We don't have those images yet. We'll obviously bring them to you if they become available. But she was definitely the first person we saw live on the air get that shot. And as the head of the hospital network there saying, the shot that could be heard around the world.
And you could see the emotion, Andrew, as that scene unfolded. I mean, immediately the people in the room started applauding as soon as Anita was finished getting her shot. Whether she was first or not in the country, I'm sure they don't really care.
Yeah.
They're just happy to have this shot now, this vaccine done. There she is walking away, a little elbow bump with Kevin Smith, the head of the University Health Network, which helped administer this vaccine to Anita and 4 other people who are workers at the Rekai Centre, which is a long-term care home in downtown Toronto. And there's quite the partnership between the University Health Network and that long-term care home. Andrew, when the pandemic first hit, that nursing home, that long-term care home was hit very hard, was struggling to have enough staff to keep working to care for the residents, and doctors and nurses from the University Health Network stepped in to help out those 2 residences. There's 2 locations. And so it's been quite a partnership. So this is a big day for all those people. They talked about how emotional it was for them. And we know that they are the first of well, according to the province, 2,500 healthcare workers who will be among the first to get the vaccines in the coming days and weeks in Ontario. We know the way the province is rolling it out. The first doses, the first batches from Pfizer-BioNTech are going to Toronto and Ottawa. They did speed up the vaccinations a little bit. It was expected to get underway tomorrow, but they did administer them here in Toronto today to those 5 workers. And it's a bit of a test, Andrew, of the system, really. Last week, they did some dry runs. They went through the motions, through the exercises. Today, they have the actual vaccine in their hands and in the arms of those 5 people, and they will continue doing that in the days ahead. And we know that the hospitals in Toronto and Ottawa that are using it will then be tasked with writing what's being called a playbook of what went right, what went wrong this week as they dole out the first vaccines. And that playbook will be shared with up to 14 other sites that are going to be set up throughout the province of Ontario. Now, Rick Hillier, who is the retired general who is leading Ontario's vaccine distribution task force, and Premier Doug Ford, both warning, you know, this is a long road ahead still. Yes, the vaccine is here, but there's a long way to go. Doug Ford, in a statement, called this a historic day and a watershed moment. Let's look at what else he wrote in this statement, Andrew. I think we have a board of it. He said, this is a watershed moment, the beginning of the end of this terrible pandemic. The light at the end of the tunnel grows brighter every day, but we must remain on our guard. And he went on to encourage people in Ontario to continue following the public health guidelines, especially over the holidays. The provincial guidance is to only celebrate the holidays with people of your own household, to avoid traveling, avoid extended family get-togethers. And so they are definitely celebrating today, and they're excited and emotional about it. But again, also warnings, Andrew, this pandemic is not over.
Sure isn't. All right, but a sign of hope, at least, as those shots go in arms.